Women literally went crazy for Tom Cruise in one of his first movies because, as they said, he was larger than life. He lived in his own reality. He rebelled against the authority, and he has zero shame to go after the things he wanted. But above all, he loved an adventure and never feared the consequences. So in this video, I'm gonna break his character down and show what exactly women were attracted to, so that you can pick up his best qualities and become as attractive as he is. The thing that turns women on is Maverick's rebel character. Now, the reason why so many women love bad guys, the guys who break the rules, is A, because they never know what to expect from them, which kind of excites them, and B, they feel like they have an unstoppable man. A man who doesn't stop for anything and who always gets what he wants. See, Maverick is exactly that, unpredictable and unstoppable. In one scene, he's trying to playfully seduce a professor. In the other one, he's telling the professor she's wrong while embarrassing her in front of the whole class. Now, if you watched Top Gun before, you already know what happened, but in case you didn't, basically, the night before this scene, Maverick didn't know Charlie was an instructor at Top Gun. He had a crush on her in the bar and he tried to charm her. She was playful and flirtatious as well, but nothing actually happened. However, when she walked into class and he realized she was a professor, he's kind of embarrassed that he almost hooked up with her the night before. But even though everyone else would start acting awkward, Maverick didn't care. He continued with his charming and confident self. While she was talking about the data, he told her she was wrong, with a kind of a smirk on his face, and no matter how embarrassed she felt, she actually felt attracted to him. Why? Because by interrupting her and telling her she was wrong, Maverick positioned himself as superior to her. He literally disobeyed the authority, and even though he was a student, he framed himself as a higher status person. That's exactly what higher status men naturally do. They say what they want, when they want, regardless of who they're talking with. But of course, he couldn't just straight up tell her, "You're wrong," without being flirtatious.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. Is there something wrong?
Yes, ma'am. The data on the MiG is inaccurate.
How's that, Lieutenant?
Well, I just happened to see a MiG-28 Sorry, Goose. We happened to see a MiG-28 do a 4G negative dive.
Where did you see this?
That's classified.
It's what?
It's classified? I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
If Maverick didn't have eye contact, the playful smirk, instead of making her attracted, he would piss her off. So when you're trying to do something like Maverick did right here, when you're being a high status man, don't forget to be playful. Smirk, eye contact, because otherwise it just comes off as arrogant. Now, most guys, when they're talking to women, they don't want to disagree with them. Because even though they know what she said was obviously wrong or BS, they don't say anything. Why? They just ignore it because they think that the more they agree with her and the smoother their conversation goes, the more she is going to be attracted to them. Wrong. Just the opposite. The more you playfully disagree with her, the more emotions she feels during the conversation with you, the more she's going to be attracted to you. Now, I'm not saying that you need to disagree with her all the time or that you need to pretend to disagree with her only to stir her emotions. No. That's what a low status guy would do, and it would actually be obvious to her that you're trying too hard to impress her. So the only time you playfully disagree with her is A, when you actually don't agree with her, or B, when you're teasing her and telling her how ridiculous she is. Both work wonders. And if you do it playfully, especially if a girl is really, really hot and she's used to everyone saying yes all the time, the moment you say no, she's going to feel you're different. Because you're the only guy who actually plays with her and says what he wants. You're not like 99% of guys who do what they think she wants. Like just saying yes all the time or pretending to agree with her. So to attract women, you don't need to break the law or be a Navy pilot. All you need to do is be different than everyone else. Do what you want, when you want, and always be playful. So how exactly can you be different than everyone else? Well, what I do is, if everyone else is wearing gray, I'll be wearing red. It's kind of simple. If everyone is quiet, I'll be loud. And if everyone is formulaically saying, hi, nice to meet you, I'll say like, wow, I bet you're from Europe? It's not ordinary. It's not boring. It's different. And no one else is going to say something like that. It will immediately make the girl interested in me because, she'll always ask, what made you think that? Bam. Playful and flirtatious. Women feel attracted to a decisive guy. They hate a hesitant guy who can't make up his mind. In the scene we're about to watch, Maverick and Goose lost a volleyball game, and Goose asked Maverick to do one more game to make it even. But Maverick has a date coming up with Charlie, so he says no. I want you to pay attention how he says no.
That's game.
Okay, fake block. Stay down. Just stick it.
Okay. Matt, come on, man. Just one more game. That evens it up. Come on, we can take this, man. No, we can't. We got it. I got some things I gotta take care of. Take care of? Just one more game. Please? For me? Sorry. You're sorry. Come on. For me?
When he says no, he doesn't hesitate. He doesn't think about changing his opinion at all. He straight up says it and does what he said. See, Goose is trying to play his feelings. He's trying to make Maverick feel sorry for him and play one more game. But Maverick doesn't dig it. He says no. His no means no. And he does what he said. Now with girls, especially if you have a girlfriend, you'll sometimes find yourself in a situation when she asks you to do something and you want to say no, but she's begging you to do it anyway. Most guys will say no, and then after she begs them for a while, they'll give in and actually do it. But just try to look at it through her eyes. Doing that tells her that you don't have your strong opinion, and then she can easily manipulate you. So basically, the moment she asks you to do something, you have 3 seconds to decide. Either you're going to do it or not. But once you decide, you need to go with it and never change your opinion. Because if you do, even though she likes it that moment, she stops feeling attracted to you because you're not a high status guy in her eyes anymore. You don't have your standards and your word isn't worth anything. Now, even worse than that is when you're obviously hesitant and can't make up your mind in front of a girl. See, many guys ask a girl what she wants to do on a date. And girls rarely have an idea what they want to do. So the guy will ask them if they want to go to place A or place B or maybe place C. And the girl is like, I don't know. What do you want? Now, up until here, everything's fine. But this is where almost all guys mess it up. So instead of deciding on one opinion and sticking to that decision, they're hesitant. They can't decide what they think the girl will love the most. And when they do decide, they're still weighing the pros and cons of each opinion in their head. That's why they keep asking a girl if she changed her mind. They tell her what are the pros and cons of each of the options. And you know what a girl hears? Blah, 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 blah. I'm insecure and I have no idea what I'm doing. That's exactly what she is hearing. So absolutely never let yourself hesitate. Because it literally kills attraction and it's going to destroy many things in your life. From potential girlfriends to literally business deals. So instead of letting her decide, do both of you a favor and decide it yourself. But you gotta be sharp, not hesitant. Once you do that, women will love you for it. You're different, you're rebel, you're high status man. And if you're naturally indecisive, it's fine because I was born that way. But I trained myself to be decisive. Exactly like Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Now,